rock and roll. This is break 1267. Break 1267, 2020-21 Revolution Hobby 1 box. Pick your team. Christian Wood, followed by Miles Bridges of the Hornets, Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets, and then we're going to have a fractal Mitchell Robinson of the New York Knicks, and that is going to be going to Paul. Following that up with a Skylar Mars RC of the Atlanta Hawks going to Rob. I saw that. I didn't think it made a lot of sense for the Pistons. Mitchell Robinson of the Knicks, Rudy Gobert of the Jazz, Devonta Graham of the Hornets, a Gordon Hayward Astro of the Charlotte Hornets going to Brad, followed by a rookie revolution, Isaac Okoro of the Cleveland Cavaliers going to David. Devin Booker of the Suns, followed by Steph Curry of the Warriors, LaMarcus Aldridge of the Spurs, a Terrell Terry Astro of the Dallas Mavericks going to Eugene, following that up with a Sadiq Bey RC of the Detroit Pistons going to Tyler. And maybe the money. Brandon Clark of the Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson of the Grizzlies, Alfred Payton of the Knicks, a Rui Hachimura of the Washington Wizards. That's a little Astro, and that is going to Brad, followed by a Shockwave Revolution, Karl Anthony Towns of the Minnesota Timberwolves, headed to Brian. We've seen an Edwards, just not like a huge Edwards. So maybe Brandon Ingram of the Pelicans, DeJounte Murray of the Spurs. Then we have a little Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors, followed by a LeBron James Sunburst out of 75. Beautiful Lakers card right there going to Anthony. 34 out of 75 to be exact. Followed by a Peyton Pritchard RC of the Boston Celtics, headed to Anthony. Not tonight, sorry. I thought you meant our first in Revolution product. Sorry about that. Brett. Jason Tatum of the Celtics, John Collins of the Hawks, RJ Barrett of the Knicks. Then we're going to have an Isaac Okoro, and that is a Groove of the Cleveland Cavaliers, headed to David, followed by a Vortex Chris Paul of the of the Phoenix Suns, going to Cynthia. This is break 1267. I believe you were in 1266, Rob, which just went, so you can scroll back. Followed by Paul George of the Clippers, DeMar DeRozan of the Spurs, Buddy Hield of the Kings, a Vortex Jimmy Butler of the Miami Heat, and that is going to Nice. Followed by a little Kenyon Martin Jr. RC of the Houston Rockets, and that is headed to Cynthia. Damian Lillard of the Trailblazers, Joel Embiid of the 76ers, Bam Adebayo of the Heat. Then we have a DeJounte Murray Groove of the San Antonio Spurs, and that is going to be going to Christian. Following that up with a Patrick Williams RC of the Chicago Bulls going to Richard. All right, that means we're going to have to be dropping that LeBron. Dropping that LeBron in a sizzle sticker area. Let's do that. Great little sunburst LeBron hit. I really don't like these mags at all, but it's so hard to get them that alrighty. Let's run down some of our inserts. We have the Vortex Jimmy Butler of the Heat, the Vortex Chris Paul of the Suns, and a Shockwave Revolution Karl Anthony Towns of the Twins. Then we're going to have a Astro Rui Hachimura of the Wizards going to Brad, an Astro Gordon Hayward of the Hornets to Brad, a Groove DeJounte Murray of the Spurs headed to Christian, and a Fractal Mitchell Robinson of the New York Knicks headed to Paul. Here we go. We have the Rookie Revolution Patrick Williams of the Chicago Bulls going to Richard. Kenyon Martin Jr. of the Houston Rockets heading to Cynthia. A Groove Isaac Okoro of the Cleveland Cavaliers headed to David. Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics to Anthony. Sadiq Bey of the Detroit Pistons headed to Tyler. Followed by a Terrell Terry Astro and of the Dallas Mavericks headed to Eugene. Followed by a Rookie Revolution Isaac Okoro of the Cleveland Cavaliers to David. And a Skylar Mars of the Atlanta Hawks going to Rob. And here we go. It is going to be a LeBron James Sunburst out of 75. LeBron James Sunburst 75. Nice hit right there. That's the Lakers going to Anthony. And with that, that is number 34 out of 75. We are done with break 1267. We'll be right back from BT Field for a Panini Black Division Random.